So, this is video number 2. No, I'll probably cut that out. It's pretty gay.
It's pretty gay.
It's pretty gay.
On a scale of 1 to Fabio, that was definitely a Fabio.
+1.
So this is going to be a full YouTube series. We did screw up and not...
An introduction?
Yeah, we didn't do an introduction the first time, so we just recorded it. It's adorable. And, yeah, so we're going to start this thing off by introducing characters. And, like, we introduced them last time. We didn't say, like, much about them. We just said what they looked like. So let's start with Hunter. Hunter, you.
Alright, my character, as I said in the previous video, human male, sniper type, named Tannis from Corellia. He's the son of a high-end hunting goods store.
He's the son of a store.
The owner, sorry.
Okay.
Son of the owner of a high-end hunting goods, corporation. Sells high-end hunting rifles, weapons, gear. And as the son of the CEO, he had a lot of experience sitting on business meetings, gave him a bit of a boost to his abilities to, speak with other people.
Stuff,
Yeah, and practicing with the equipment gave him a great deal of skill at shooting at range.
Yeah, let's move this there. All right. All right. You want to go about the droid?
Yeah. The droid that I'm playing is HK-53. It's a droid developed from the same line, same programming software as the familiar KOTOR character HK-57. Basically what it was the Republic found that droid platform, that droid operating system, figured out that it worked pretty well for what it was designed to do, but realized that in order to fulfill its purpose, the base template didn't actually have to be a medium-sized humanoid. So what they did was they shrunk down all the components they could, made it a much smaller droid, standing about 3 feet, 3.5 feet tall, with a real light framework. Basically, it's an infiltration model designed to fold up into a box about 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet when it's in its standby mode.
Damn.
Basically, that way it could be loaded, into a character's pack, into storage, whatever the case may be, until it needed to be activated.
We'll have to work that in.
The way that it turns out, you don't actually have to be 6 feet tall to pull a trigger.
So there you go.
Is that an assassin droid?
It's a little weird. So my character is a Keldor named Vax Tehlok. He's from the homeworld. He's on Doran, where most Keldor are from. Being that he is 5'9", and he only weighs 136 pounds, but he does still have a beer gut. Being that it's unquestionable. Being that he's a much shorter person, really, he developed kind of a weird
Complex.
Yeah, weird complex that he has to have a heavy weapon. Like he's just this small dude with a big ass weapon. People say it's overcompensating, but it's not overcompensating. He's just like that. He also doesn't really think when he speaks. So I made sure to not put anything into charisma. So
Let me do the talking.
yeah, no. I mean, I'm gonna continue doing the talking, but you're just gonna save us from everything that I say stupidly.
You?
Yeah.
Crush skull.
So let's start off where we were last time.
Alright, so at the end of last game, the characters participated in a training event where basically they were pitted up against other potential recruits into the new Special Forces, Republic Special Forces unit. They went up against 4 other teams. Their team wound up being the only quote-unquote survivors. There were no actual casualties, but they won the tournament. It was Hunger Games style. Everybody goes out into the woods. It's a free-for-all. Whichever team lasts the longest is the team that actually gets to continue on with their training. Since they've completed that training, this game session actually takes place about a year in the future. So these guys have been basically going through training for a good solid year. To reflect that, I've bumped the characters up to level 3, given them a couple of free feats and a free talent. Free talent being
Armored defense.
Armored defense, and the free feats being martial arts 1 and weapon proficiency and advanced melee weapons.
All right. So, where's the stage set? Where we at?
All right, so this campaign is starting off. You guys are basically in your barracks rooms. Since you've joined this special forces unit, you've basically been on a space station for the entire year.
Okay.
It's a huge place. It's got giant training facilities. Basically, like take holodecks from like Star Trek. So basically, yeah.
You better get that crap out of here.
Almost got those two things switched around. But anyways, it's giant blank open rooms that are able to basically
Like the danger room from X-Men.
yeah. It's training simulation rooms.
Okay.
You guys have been trained in a wide variety of operations, anything from hostage extraction, target interdiction, guerrilla tactics, even mundane stuff like how to assault a bunker, how to treat an injury. Basically, for this entire year, training has been your guys' life. You haven't been off the space station. You haven't seen what's been going around in the galaxy around you.
All right.
You guys, basically, this is just another day for you guys. You guys wake up in your little barracks room, which is about a what's a regular room? About a 10 by 12 room with your 2 bunk beds, foot lockers, and then 2 desks.
Do you want to draw it on a
Yeah, I'll go
paper,
ahead
just
and-
just for
I'm just
editing
gonna draw it on
purposes?
the regular paper since the scale doesn't actually matter for this part of the game since you guys aren't in combat. But
More lead.
if my pencil didn't decide to fail on me.
Roll the 1.
1 in 5.
Drawing. Alright. Here's your bunks. Right there. Then you've got a wall locker here, a wall locker here, and then a desk here, and a desk here. This is the door.
So are we
We
all?
won't-
Oh,
we
you're
won't.
you're like
No,
stuck
my
in
guy's
a-
like in a
You're probably in the locker.
You're in the
my guy's
locker.
in one of the lockers, folded up and in standby mode.
So
you guys
who's on
woke up.
top bunk? Are you on top bunk or am I? on
Doesn't
top
matter,
bunk? It
man.
does matter.
Well,
I'm a
you're
short
short,
Keldor
so
who has,
I
I'm a
guess I'm
short
top bunk.
Keldor that gets really mad about stupid things. It does matter.
Guess
So-
I'm on top bunk since I'm taller.
All right, I'll take bottom.
Alright, so you guys just woke up to the sound of, just the basically what accounts for reveille in Star Wars universe, basically wake up call.
All right.
So your daily routine is basically you hit your wake up call, you conduct your personal hygiene, brush your teeth, whatever it is you do.
I brush my breath.
Then you
We don't have to
go,
roll for that, do we?
no. And then you go out into the briefing room, find out what you're gonna be doing for the day.
All right. So
Let's just say we already took care of all that stuff since we don't have to roll for anything and head to briefing room.
Mess up brushing your teeth, son.
Stab yourself in the face.
in the breath mask.
So this is like
Yeah, how are you gonna do that, man?
That's why
What does
people
their mouth
always
look like?
say
Is it
that
like a predator? Like,
actually their mouth looks exactly like.
predator?
I mean, I
Face.
have a picture of it somewhere. I'll probably put it into the video, but as long as there's not copyright crap.
well, we're not doing this for profit, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is basically where the briefing room is. So you guys, do what you need to do, head over to the briefing room. Briefing room has a big hollow table in the center of the room, and then basically chairs for you guys to sit in. All that good jazz.
Alright.
Question. We did loot things
Oh yeah.
from the last session. We had loots. Do we just get money for those things?
Maybe we had to give them back their stuff.
Yeah, you guys
Because
had to
we
resupply.
took that one chick's clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
We took both their clothes.
We
didn't
took all their clothes and
we
piled them on
piled
top
them
of each
together.
other.
Yeah, those guys were not happy when they woke up. Alright, so basically, you guys go into the briefing room. The briefing room has 2 rows of 3 seats, so
Yeah.
there's a total of 6 seats in there, hollow table in the middle, and the drill sergeant from your training is standing in there
that
waiting
guy.
for you guys.
So where are we located on this?
So you guys are in here. When you guys file through, you notice there are already 3 people already filling up 1 row of seats.
Alright.
Unlike the other squads, the squad doesn't have a droid. It's 3. They look to be humanoid, but they're all wearing the same type of commando armor that you guys are. Think basically the armor from Republic Commando. It's a little bit more blocky because there's precursors to it. This is before all that armor's been developed. doesn't have all the cool, sexy stuff that armor does. But
Sure.
it's still pretty awesome. You basically, you guys are almost walking tanks.
Alright.
It's real difficult. You can't really tell what race or gender even people are underneath all that armor.
Okay.
Right.
The only way you can tell each other apart are by any sort of markings you put on your armor.
Alright.
Do you want to have a marking on your armor? And if so, what does it look like?
And you can just tell me that offline. When I draw the armor, I'll draw each of
The
your
armor's
characters.
probably white base.
Well, unless you want to change that color.
Orange crosshair on the shoulder.
Okay. Neat.
Swastika on the side. No.
What the hell?
Space Nazis.
Go ahead
The
and write
worst
that on the,
kind.
Go ahead and write that on the back of your character sheet.
I'll just. Huh? Yeah. Okay. You need to write all this stuff.
Oh. Okay.
Use this. You can copy off mine. That way you can go ahead and write down all this stuff.
What we're writing down is what we're writing down is all the stuff. Our basic equipment has changed. Not really from the weapons. The weapons are completely the same. We now have commando armor. It's type medium. Reflex defense is 6. Fortitude defense is 2. Will defense is 3. Speed is 6. But you know that didn't change. Our speed was normally 6. Max dexterity is +3. +3 to +4. And one of the attachments is that we have vibra blades in the wrists that do 2d4.
And a blank weapon slot.
Yeah, and a blank weapon slot just in case we want to have an ass rocket. We also have a commando helmet. The commando helmet is equipped with macro binoculars, night vision, comlink, a breath filter, which I won't really need because I'm
Wearing a gas mask already.
and 10 rounds of oxygen reserve, which means that if something happens where we lose oxygen, they have 10 rounds of combat. Is that what it is? 10 rounds of combat?
Or 10 minutes out of combat.
Yeah, or 10 minutes. Like I also said, that doesn't really... I don't think that... Does that... No, it doesn't affect me at being a kill
Affects
lord.
Hunter Lethal.
Yeah, it affects him emotionally. So, let's start this thing up, dude. Let's fucking, what's the drill sergeant say?
Alright, so you guys filter in.
Treatment.
Are you guys going to take your seats, or are you guys just going to...
I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah.
You want? I can get you one.
No, I don't drink Coke, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I'm weird.
Because
You want something to drink? You got more stuff.
Apple juice would be good.
Okay.
All right, now that we've
Anyways,
got our apple juice and we're sitting in
You
front
guys
of the
filter in. The drill sergeant, as usual, is waiting for there. He's not in his armor anymore. He's just wearing a, it looks like a bantha leather jacket,
Oh, I thought he
basically.
was just naked.
No, he's just wearing civilian clothes and looks like he's wearing like a bantha leather jacket. You can still tell that he's carrying weapons, but he's not in his full combat gear like he was last time you guys saw him. Well,
Yeah.
last time he appeared in the game. He's been the guy giving you training the whole time.
So,
Alright.
boss man, what you got for us?
You're late.
Oh, God.
Briefing time was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Hey, you can roll deception. You can try. Well, let's start this off right, Dave.
Alright,
Let's start this off
I'm
with
gonna
the
roll
deception check.
deception. I have a 2 bonus to that. Okay. D20, right? Okay, I'm rolling for deception.
Oh,
To
what are you
try and-
deceiving him? What are
I'm
you
trying to
saying?
convince him that his clock is wrong.
All right.
Alright.
You have a 17.
plus 2, 19. And
That's good
well,
enough?
sir, you know, you might have forgotten to set your clock. Savings time, daylight savings, yeah.
Space saving
Space
time.
light savings time. What's your guys' name?
Light speed saving time. Took effect last night, and we're actually 50 minutes early.
The sergeant kind of gets kind of quirks his eyebrow at you and just grunts. There's no sort of emotion or anything behind it. Just
Okay. Well,
then he sit down.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you guys take your seats. And
Yeah,
you guys
take
sit
your
down. All right. The sergeant looks over at the room, presses a few buttons, and a on the holo computer, and basically a giant layout of a space cruiser pops up. Space cruiser looks like a standard, transportation model, about the size of one of like the actual like shipping ships we have nowadays.
Okay.
He tells you that he kind of makes it so it starts panning around, so you get a 360 view of the ship. This is the Sleeping Rancor. It's a Republic transportation ship moving in from the uncharted regions of space. It was due to set back down on Coruscant 3 weeks ago. We have lost contact. I'm sorry, not 3 weeks ago. 3 days ago. We've lost contact with it. Any attempts to raise communications with this ship have failed. He presses a few more buttons. It zooms in on the ship so you can see 2 separate landing bays. He tells you, zooms in, says, you guys will be inserting on the ship, trying to reestablish contact with the crew. We need you to find out what happened on the ship, rescue any survivors. So it shows basically the 2 insertion points. He says, Alpha Team, that's you guys. You'll be inserting in Landing Bay 1. Bravo Team will be inserting in Landing Bay 2.
Alright.
Once on board the ship, Alpha, your primary mission is to search for survivors. Bravo, you'll be searching for the cargo. I'll give you more information on that later. He presses another couple of buttons, and you start seeing pictures of different crew members start popping up. There are 24 registered crew members and 1 captain on the ship. Ideally, hopefully, all 24 are still alive, plus 25 with the captain. All 25 are still alive, but this is the real world we live in. And we haven't heard from them for 3 days. Something's obviously wrong. We're not optimistic. If the survivors are still alive, we'll load them back onto your ship, bring them back here for debriefing. If the crew is dead, get confirmation on their status. Once you've accounted for all 24 crew members and the captain, you'll return to your ship, return here.
Alright,
Yes, sir.
do we have eyes on the ship? We know where it is and everything. Yeah, okay. What is the status of critical life support systems?
Life support on the system is still functional.
Still functional. Engines.
External
And
damage.
there's no apparent he kind of
just
zooms
looking
over
at it.
so you can
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
The engines are still running. There's no external damage.
Alright,
It looks like
this
a
thing is
perfectly
just
fine
like a
ship.
ghost.
It's just
If
like,
something's wrong,
okay.
it's an inside thing.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright. Sir, yes, sir. I guess. I mean, sir.
This is fun. Out of the 2 of us.
he just kind of looks at you guys,
He really hates us.
blinks once or twice. Then
Okay.
He says, Alpha Team, you're dismissed. Proceed to the armory for refit.
Alright, sweet.
Woo.
So,
And then departure time is at 1000 hours.
alright, so I see these 5 little rooms here.
Yep, these are
Other
yeah,
people's
okay, those
bedrooms.
are
So you guys want to go to the armory?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not like
unless we
we're, it's
can
not like
loot
we're gonna
stuff
go
from
looting people. It's not like we're gonna like do. I don't know.
I'm.
That's
What?
a really bad idea.
We're gonna do a panty raid.
It's a bad idea. Don't do it, Will.
Then I realized, Keldor don't have panties.
No.
They have face.
Exoskeleton.
They have face panties.
Okay. Armory now.
I mean, that's what their face looks like.
Alright. So you guys move into the armory. Just like there has been every day for all of your training. There are 6 tables laid out, Alpha Squads and Bravo Squads tables in a row, and your gear stationed on top of them. So you guys already have your armor, so you guys see your weapons, laid up on the table in front of you. Each of you has your primary weapon, so whatever it was, your sniper rifle, your light repeater, and 3 fragmentation grenades, 1 ion grenade, and 2 smoke grenades.
So we have 3 frag. 3 frag, you said 3 ion,
3 frag.
3 smoke, and 3 ion.
Yeah, sure.
That's-
Just go
that's-
3 for 3. That's more than I originally said, but that works.
Oh,
Keep it easy.
I mean, if you want to,
No, that's cool because I
Okay.
forget what I said.
you
Okay.
already forgot. Well, then, I mean, that makes 3 of us.
All right. And there's also some miscellaneous equipment on there. There's a med pack for each of you.
Alright, so that boosts me to 2 because I had a med pack left over.
Can I pass mine off to you? I'm just gonna pass mine off
Yeah,
to you.
just boost
You
me
need
to
to
3.
keep one on you.
Okay.
Okay, boost
Yeah.
me to 2. Never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have interjected. If you want to pass it on, you can. But in the real military, everybody has at least one med
Yeah.
pack.
I can just take it
The
off you
backpack,
and
right?
use it on you.
Yeah, it'd probably. Even though I'd probably suck at it.
I can
I'd
loot
still
your
do it.
corpse after you're dead.
Yeah. There's also a liquid cable dispenser, one of them on each table.
Liquid cable.
That's for. We could use it for climbing things, right?
We can
Get
use
to it
that
again.
to Spider-Man cosplay.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Sweet.
And
at the
and
annual
2 glow rods.
And what?
2 glow rods.
Okay.
at the annual Coruscant Coruscant.
Alright.
Kyrat Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Alright.
Glow rods ×2. Alright, so we're freaking outfitted. Sweet.
Yep. Alright, so after you guys are all equipped, you guys want to look and see what else is in the equipment room? See if there's anything
Yeah,
else
sure.
that you want to
What
take.
is
What's
so
around?
what else is in this equipment room besides these tables?
Alright, besides the tables, there are also a couple of weapons mounted on the walls. They're all fairly similar to what you guys have in terms of, just being the same types of weapons. There's an extra 3 blaster rifles, extra 3 blaster carbines, extra 3 blaster pistols.
I already got 2 blaster pistols. Unless I had to give them back to that chick.
Yeah, you had to give
yeah,
all the
you had to
weapons
give
back.
back. So
Oh.
I don't think we're gonna need extra stuff. I mean, are there any attachments on any of these weapons?
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Sure. Whatever.
There's also, on the wall, there's also underslung grenade launchers, shotguns, and flamethrowers.
So these are underslungs.
Yeah, so these are basically underbarrel attachments. Here are the stats there, and then that's just these ones right here.
All right.
And then also on the wall, there's a variety of optics and attachments for your weapons, which can also be found here on these 2 pages.
I'll take one of the.
If you're adding
I'm gonna get
anything,
napalm.
if you're adding
Plus 2 to
anything
hit.
onto your weapon, you go ahead and just place it on
Alright.
your character sheet.
I'm gonna put a.
Just say what you're attaching and what it is. Now, let me explain something to you real quick about the ACOG versus the holographic. All right, the ACOG is basically it's a Star Wars equivalent of what an ACOG is today. It's this particular one has a 3x zoom, so basically it makes it easier for you to connect with targets at medium.
So it's like a hybrid. It's like a
It's like
hammer
a-
sight.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Anyways.
But anyways, it gives you a +2 to hit, regardless of whether you're at short or long range. Or short
But you
or
have
medium
to
range.
aim with it as an action, don't you?
No, it's just +2 to hit at any other
okay.
time. The holographic sight basically makes it so that if you can aim as a swift action, so you get that +5 for aiming as a swift action.
And
So
so I
that-
could still shoot twice.
If I had a holographic.
You have to have double attack to shoot twice. I made a mistake when I was playing yesterday, or not yesterday, last week with you guys. To be able to attack twice, you have to have double attack.
Okay.
But what it does do is make it so that you can move, aim, and shoot instead of aim and shoot in the same turn. Or move twice and aim, and then you'll have a shoot and move. It basically moves aiming down from a full action to a swift action.
I guess I'd go with hog.
But that's only for close quarters combat, though.
For holographic.
For holographic.
Yeah.
I usually stay at long range. I'll do ACOG.
A thermal.
If you're staying if you're staying long range, I would go thermal.
A thermal sight basically ignores any concealment. So if there's any
Behind a
smoke,
wall?
you can still see them. Not behind walls. Walls.
Okay.
There's a difference. There's 2 things: cover and there's concealment. Cover is anything that blocks a bullet. So if they're hiding behind like a wall or a barrier or anything like
Like
that.
a light cover.
Concealment. If it's dark, you'll still be able to see them. If it's smoky, you'll still be able to see them.
So
Yeah,
any
thermal.
They're wearing cloaking
any
devices.
penalties from those sorts of things? Okay,
Yeah.
thermal would be the best. Then.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean, I already have my breath mask and like the whole upgrades to my face already equip me with low light vision.
So do I.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the helmet does it too.
yeah. I just get super low light vision. It's always daylight for me. Sucks. So what are you putting on your weapon, Hunter?
I suppose the thermal because it helps see through smoke and invisibility.
All right. I'm gonna put a holographic and a shotgun underbarrel.
Right.
So you
And you've got a bipod underneath yours to help you aim, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you
Does
want
that give me a bonus to aim?
Uh-huh.
How much?
Plus
Plus one?
But that's only if he's prone, right?
Yeah. I think I went over that last time. Did you write it down on your sheet anywhere?
No.
Okay. Yeah. If you're prone, it gives you a +1 on your aim. All right. So.
All right. So I guess
this is again just me saying something that I necessarily shouldn't. This whole encounter is going to be taking place inside of a ship.
Yeah.
So it's going to be indoors.
I'll grab. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get the grenade launcher. I'll hit the nearest hatch and just blow everyone out into space,
including us.
Well, I have a jetpack, so
give me the cable launcher. give me the cable launcher.
You all have the cable. You all have cable launchers.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. So why not? No, that's why I grabbed the shotgun.
Give me a warning to time myself down.
The reason why I say this is because, you know, in close quarters combat, sometimes a giant gun or a particularly long weapon aren't the best options.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a rifle, so I can still.
So
just
basically, both of our character builds are not what you want right now.
They work, but they're not ideal. Like obviously, you don't want to be clearing rooms with a sniper rifle, or you don't want to be clearing room. You can clear a room with your
with a minigun.
Your lighter.
Yeah, it's not exactly a sniper rifle. It's just a rifle with sniping. It's a blaster rifle with sniping attachments.
Okay.
Like it's got a scope and a bipod to help stabilize.
He's got a standard hunting carbine.
Okay, I got you.
No, it's actually just a blaster rifle.
Oh, it's a blaster rifle? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a standard rifle.
I thought it was actually like a sniper rifle.
No.
Alright, so let's go. Let's go.
Alright.
Let's go wake up. John's still sitting in the freaking.
Yeah, you can activate.
He's sitting in the workbench. Let's go to the workbench.
Let's go craft.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. We'll turn
I'll just say I'm in the armed room.
Alright, that's fine. There. So you're with us. He just appeared out of nowhere. It's really
I was in one of the
So, Vax,
sitting on one of the tables.
You got the spare batteries?
I do have the spare batteries. Batteries are included. I love that movie. Batteries not included. You ever seen that movie?
No, I never heard of it.
All right.
Anyway, we turn the droid on.
Yeah.
Turn you.
Droid.
we
we turn you on, and beep boop boo.
Now we're gonna look at R2D2 ever again.
All right. So I guess we just let this droid grab whatever he wants to grab. Do you still have 2 carbines in your arms? All right.
They're in his arms, man.
I mean,
you
maybe
can't give those back.
Someone else.
Remove your arms, droid.
Can you underbarrel your arms?
No.
That'd be smooth.
It's like that's
2 shotguns or 2 grenade launchers.
Yeah.
Anyways, so is there a hangar bay here somewhere?
Yeah,
Find
it's
our
at
ride.
the store.
All right, sweet. 'Cause I'm a pilot. So.
Don't crash.
Hey,
remember defensive flying course.
I'm proficient in piloting, and I also have vehicular combat.
You took a defensive flying course.
Yeah, I did.
And aggressive flying course. They have aggressive driving courses, don't they, John Hunter? You took one.
Yeah. All right.
If they cut you off, pull out your
what
pistol.
What does our ship look like?
All right. So in this case, this isn't that sweet, awesome Millennium Falcon looking ship.
Okay.
You guys move out, and it's basically just.
Oh, this is like the company
transport.
taxi. Okay.
Yeah. This vehicle is basically it's about as low frills as you can get. It's obviously something that's built to be really quick and really hard to notice.
Yeah.
It's basically
Flying
seats
box.
with an engine and then
Room for people.
room to get to the seats.
How are we going to shove 25 people in this vehicle?
How? What?
I don't
Okay.
Think, I don't think we're supposed to
Clown car
I
it.
think we're just supposed to assess the situation, right?
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to get them in our vehicle and come back. That's what the that's
You're
what
sure?
DI said.
You're supposed to extract them. Your ship isn't the only one that's going.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that
that makes more
25
sense.
people. Sit in my lap.
Basically,
All 20.
this is just the shuttle like off of the space station. It's gonna move on to a bigger ship.
Okay. That makes me feel
Hunter
better.
one person has to be left. He wants all 25 to sit in his lap.
All right.
All these people.
So
It's about to get cozy.
basically, your standard operating procedures: you take this shuttle to the actual the larger ship, and then that will take you guys to where you
Gotcha.
go.
Okay.
There's 2 of those, one for you, one for Bravo team. So about the time you guys are getting to your ship, you see as you're leaving the arms room, you see Bravo team heading into the arms room. You guys want to say anything to them, or just let them go about their business?
I want to flick them off.
Good luck out there. Don't get blown up.
I flicked them off.
Or, sucked out into vacuum, or eviscerated, or beheaded.
One of the guys from Bravo team was like, he goes, man, Alpha team's just so cheerful. I love working with these guys. They never say anything that, and then the door closes behind them.
Company symbol should be a happy face with a bullet.
You know what? Screw your crosshair. We're gonna get
Happy face with a bullet in the head. Bullet hole in the
Yeah,
forehead.
dude, right, it's gonna be right on the forehead too.
Oh, on our helmet.
Yeah.
Happy face with a bullet hole.
Alright. So, are you guys going to just go ahead and hop in the shuttle?
Yeah, stop the show. Let's go.
Alright. You hop in the little shuttlecraft. They fly out of the small hangar bay that you guys have there and onto the larger ship. The larger ship is actually, it's about the size of like the Millennium Falcon. It's actually a real similar model. These little shuttles basically dock attached to the top of it. Like you guys seen like Serenity in Firefly? How it has like the integrated slots for 2 shuttles. Basically, they latch onto it like that.
Alright.
You're normally the pilot of this ship. That's what you've been trained to do. And then everybody else just is kind of along for the ride, both of the Alpha and Bravo guys. This is both of your guys' bigger ship, and you guys both have individual shuttles.
Sweet.